Hello and welcome to American Beer TV. We are super stoked today to bring to you
Double DBA from Firestone Walker.
Yeah,
on tap. So
I've been talking about this beer for so long, and I finally got some of it. So.
Yeah, I've been waiting to try it. So, yeah, this is one of the big, sought after beers of 2012 here. Now, this is considered a barley wine now, but they
so this is a DBA, their double barrel ale, and then they made a double version of it and put it in bourbon barrels.
Yeah. So,
or I think bourbon barrel. Firestone always blends.
Yeah,
barrels,
they do. They blend it up pretty good. It just says
barrel aged, but yeah. I'm assuming it smells like from
I had it up
the nose. I can smell it from here. It's got a lot of bourbon backbone.
Doesn't say.
Doesn't say what it is. Yeah. It does say barley wine, right?
Yeah, it says barley wine, and it also says that it was. It says that it was selectively fermented in Firestone Union barrels.
Okay.
So
yeah,
it was
that's
still
how they do the DBA. Anyways.
Right. So, but then they took it further. So let's get into
this is 13%.
Yeah, 13% ABV. So, man, the nose on that is pure bourbon and caramel to me.
It's like, it's like candy, caramel. Like when you go into like a chocolate shop or any like candy shop where they're making caramel and like those big copper kettles.
Tons of caramel.
That smell.
Toffee and
this
bourbon.
Mixed with bourbon.
Yeah.
Mixed up.
So just really caramely, really bourbon. I think this is designed to be a vehicle straight up for bourbon. Let's get in and taste it here. Cheers, guys.
Ooh, wow. It's amazingly drinkable for how big this beer is. It's really smooth across the palate. You do get some of those similar notes that are in the nose, that toffee,
tons of toffee,
caramel, bourbon come through. Not super sweet. You get a little bit of residual sweetness in there, but it's not.
It's quite sweet. Tons of bourbon qualities to this. And it's pretty complex too. So let me go back in again.
It's so well rounded, this beer.
It is. You are getting oak in the middle.
Yeah, you get a little bit of that, and a little bit of oak on the finish.
Straight oak. You're getting those vanilla notes really big time.
Yep.
You're getting tons of that vanilla, caramel, bourbon. So I mean, this is just, like I said, this is really a great vehicle for what bourbon barrels can do to a beer.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. You can always tell a really quality barley wine style beer when it's not really hot. It doesn't have that real punch you in the face alcohol. It doesn't have the burn in the nose.
No.
Some of these beers that get really high octane, they just taste really strong. This is dangerously drinkable. Yeah.
There's a tiny little bit of heat in there, but not what you would expect from 13%. There's just a warmth.
Yeah,
it's not so much.
We poured it from the draft, so it's probably a little cooler than it should be.
Yeah,
as well,
but yeah, I mean, really drinkable. Firestone Walker and their bourbon barrel aging, or their barrel aging and blending techniques, again.
Yeah, I really got to give it to those guys at Firestone. They do a really good job when it comes to barrel aging. I saw some pictures on Facebook the other day that they're putting together their 16th anniversary. Yeah. They had all the guys in the tasting room on the panel, and they were putting together the blend.
Lucky guys.
I was like, dude, I want to be in that room right now.
Yeah. And it's got this really nice orange caramely color to it. Really, really nice.
Yeah.
You looking at it, you wouldn't necessarily expect a
small amount of haze. Not like it's not chunky. Just has a really slight haze. Beautiful.
Good amount of carbonation on there. Yeah. Just tons of vanilla.
Get a little bit from all of the candy and bourbon and all that. One thing that comes out, you get a little bit of a cola taste out of this beer. Like a little bit. That's not a bad thing. Yeah. You just get a little bit of that kind of like that aftertaste. Kind of has a little bit of a,
because there's too much caramel.
A little more of like a bitter cola taste. Yeah. But yeah, I think it's that caramel kind of comes through.
Yeah, they must have used a ton of caramel malts in this. And that really
if they're doing the, if they're
doubling
bumping up the the recipe for DBA, they use, you know, Morris Otter. They do use a lot of caramel malt. So it's really like a very traditional English style beer.
Yeah.
You know, made super fresh on the West Coast, which is the way to go. So you don't get that over the pond like oxidation. You don't get that really funky dry ale yeast and all that stuff.
And then
and I think they do use a strain of English
I'm
yeast.
sure.
I think they do, but
yeah, and the bourbon barrels really just
like
brings out, you know, really brings it out. And this is on draft, so really, really nice.
Yummy.
Very good stuff.
Cool.
Again, Firestone Walker.
Thanks for sharing.
Knocked it out of the park.
Sharing this beer with us.
Cheers.
Cheers.